This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. Topping our news at this hour. First, it was the WannaCry virus. Now hackers have struck again.
Several major corporations across the world have become victims to ransomware attacks, and now the virus has spread to some hospitals in the United States. ABC7's Bobeth Yates is here with more on the story tonight. Bobeth?
Well, Wednesday, Merck and one of the largest drug makers in the U.S. and several hospitals in the Northeast got hit with yet another virus. The malware encrypted computers and demanded payment of 300 bitcoins to restore access. Oops, your files have been encrypted. That's a message no one wants to see. But that's exactly what several Western Pennsylvania hospitals and the drug maker Merck saw on their screens when they arrived to work Wednesday morning.
We were actually notified of it last night, that the attack was actually happening and started in Europe and spread to the U.S.
Mike Martin is the Director of Information and Technology at Sarasota Memorial, and he says the rash of ransomware attacks has his and other hospital systems on edge.
It's extremely important and very, very critical for all healthcare systems to take this seriously. We especially do here at Sarasota Memorial.
But cyber expert Jeff Birnbach says many hospitals have an uphill battle when it comes to protecting against the newer viruses.
It's very difficult to patch equipment sometimes because of the older operating systems and the older legacy software that they're running. This adds the potential for hospitals to be negatively impacted by these types of events.
In addition, Birnbach adds the cost of updating many hospital systems can be pricey because those upgrades go beyond the software.
But if you're talking about this computer that's running an MRI system, that entire system may be required to be upgraded. It just may not be feasible to go ahead and upgrade old software on an older imaging system or an older diagnostic system.
But while hospitals like Sarasota Memorial admit they too have problems with the older legacy computer systems, they say they are taking other steps to protect themselves. In fact, weeks before Wednesday's malware attack, they had already installed the patch to protect against similar viruses. They also say they continue to implement other security measures.
What we do is we identify those systems and we look at putting things in place that helps isolate them from the rest of the network. So we have special protocols in place that helps protect us from even systems like that.
H could not disclose all the protocols for their new safety systems because of safety reasons, of course. But they say they're trying to get all their employees to know what to do, when to do it, and what not to do to keep their computer systems safe. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. The trial of Chief Tom Lewis of the Punta Gorda Police Department moved into day 3 today. Jurors heard from Gene Sims, a firearms instructor who was called in to help investigate after the shooting of Mary Knowlton last year. Today, he said it is not common practice to use blank bullets in a shoot-don't-shoot scenario, but the defense argued that those bullets are allowed according to FDLE rules. The prosecution continued their argument that this entire shooting would not have happened if Chief Lewis had better control of the department.
Who do you designate checking Lee Cole's firearm to?
I do not know.
Could you ever make a conclusion after reading all of the command staff statements?
No.
Tom Lewis faces charges of culpable negligence in the shooting death of 73-year-old Mary Knowlton during that citizens training exercise. The trial continues tomorrow with the defense making its case. The Florida Department of Education has just released grades for school districts in the state, and both Sarasota County and Manatee County school districts have a lot to be happy about.
That's right. Sarasota County maintaining its A grade this year. Manatee County improving from a C to a B grade. Sarasota County, one of only 10 school districts in the state to have an A grade. In all, 27 schools in the county receiving an A grade, with 1 getting a D. In Manatee County, 14 schools received A's and 11 had D's. And there were no F's this year after 3 schools had F's last year. School districts are graded on 11 different criteria, including test scores and graduation rates.
Well, I think excitement is the word of the day. We have high expectations for ourselves. It's our 14th consecutive A, but that doesn't make the victory any less sweet. So when the school grades came out today, we celebrated just like it was the first A we ever got.
Our state assessment, it is indeed a win for our entire community, starting from the classroom all the way to the boardroom, out into any attendance zone in which our students live. This is really a victory for Manatee County.
And coming up tonight at 11, we'll have reaction from principals and parents about these encouraging grades. Booker High School's principal was recently named Florida's Principal of the Year. Dr. Rachel Shelley was one of 3 finalists in the state and was presented an award in Orlando just a week ago. Shelley's been principal at Booker High School for the past 7 years. She says her focus is on making sure each student is given every possible opportunity to succeed, both personally and academically. Shelley calls this award a testament to the hard work of the entire Booker Nation team.
I come up with these creative ideas, but I have a wonderful army behind me that will make it a priority. And doing so, our kids are graduating and they're doing well. They're doing very well, and I'm very, very proud.
Shelley's colleagues describe her as a hands-on leader who is dedicated to helping every student succeed. Our congratulations to her.
Big congratulations, yeah. And now we're going to head over to Bob, take a look at our forecast on this Wednesday.
Well, I'll tell you, we're looking at pretty typical like weather here for the summer months. Showers and storms. We had some earlier along I-75 from University southward to Clark Grill. Those have since moved on, and 1 or 2 lone showers up in Manatee County. Not a lot of action right now, but there is a little bit of an outflow coming our way. You can see that now moving through parts of western Hardee and into DeSoto County. That will continue to stretch off to the west. We'll see other showers starting to pop up here in East Manatee County in just about 30-40 minutes or so. 1 lone shower now near Palmasola and 75th Street in Manatee County right now. You can see that activity, not all that strong, but still a little bit of rainfall there. Closer to the coast, that's what we're looking at, and that'll be a trend, I think, over the upcoming days. Heavier showers and storms down south near Fort Myers and then into Highlands County, but there's not a lot going on right now near the coast. That'll be changing, though, as we move through the next several days. Currently, at the Sarasota-Braden Airport, we have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 87 degrees. More on your weather in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Venice and Sarasota getting more crowded, and that could be because they're 2 of the best beach towns to live in. Personal finance outlet Wallet Hub naming Sarasota the 12th best beach town to live in and Venice the 28th. The unscientific poll compared 227 cities and ranked them for affordability, weather, safety, health, and quality of life. Sarasota is in the top 3 for that quality of life ranking. Just south of the Suncoast, Naples took the top spot on that poll. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a battle over the death penalty in Tallahassee. Why attorneys for a Florida state attorney are fighting a decision by Governor Rick Scott.
And the president will speak, where you can hear President Trump's voice in person, and you only have to take a short drive.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 digital media services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 digital media services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Save big during the 4th of July clearance and pay no interest for 48 months with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase double reclining sofa for only $4.99. This special purchase white Florida bedroom for $5.99 and the matching nightstand is free. This special purchase Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen set for $3.99. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellington.
And save big. Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Governor Rick Scott and a Central Florida state attorney face the state Supreme Court over the death penalty. A lawyer for Iramis Ayala says there is nothing in state law that forces her to seek the death penalty. Governor Scott previously stripped Ayala of 24 cases when she announced her office would not seek capital punishment for defendants charged with capital crimes. And her lawyer says the governor had no right to reassign those cases to another prosecutor.
The law is very clear here that there's nothing that requires it to be a case-by-case decision, that there's nothing in the law that requires her to seek the death penalty, and that a close examination of the law as it stands is going to find, as we argued here.
A state officer, as I understand it, did not exercise discretion on every case on what should apply, not apply, but announced, I'm not going to follow this law, so every case. Well, how is that really within the concept of discretion?
A lawyer representing Governor Scott says there has never been a state attorney who set a policy of not seeking the death penalty. Justices have given no time frame for when they will make their ruling.
Federal prosecutors are asking a judge to keep a charge against the wife of the Orlando nightclub shooter. Prosecutors filed a response to a request from Noor Salman to dismiss a count she's facing for obstruction. The charge was filed in a federal district that covers Orlando, but she's accused of obstruction for misleading investigators in the Southern District of Florida. Salman was also charged with aiding her husband, Omar Mateen, who opened fire at the Pulse nightclub last year, killing 49 people. Despite an attempt to keep President Donald Trump silent in Disney World's Hall of Presidents attraction, Disney now confirming the animatronic version of the president will have a speaking role. Disney Parks is closely working with the White House on Trump's words and a recording session with the president. The attraction closed in January for renovations, and it will reopen later this year. One of those things, if you've gone to Disney World, you've seen the attraction.
You've been through that, so it is changing. And Bob will be back with your forecast, see if it's changing at all this week from hot. We'll be right back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
This is important news for people who had a hip replacement and then had to have additional surgery as the result of a faulty hip implant or were diagnosed with high levels of metal in the blood. Faulty hip implants are linked to swelling, severe pain, difficulty walking, and often require additional surgery to replace or revise the hip implant. It can also cause dangerously high levels of metal in the blood, known as metallosis. If you or your loved one had a hip replacement and then had to have additional surgery as the result of hip implant failure or were diagnosed with high levels of metal in your blood, called metallosis, you may have a right to a cash award and medical expenses. If you have been diagnosed with high levels of metal in your blood or have required more surgery because of hip implant failure, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. Services.com, ANDservices.com.
Well, Bob, a nice day if you had somewhere that you could maybe use the shade or go in the water at the beach, somewhere to cool off.
And even some showers around to cool it off for some areas.
Yeah, I think the main thing is you got to get used to it now. We're in this mode, and you know, I was outside doing some work, and it wasn't too bad. You know, a little breeze in the morning sometimes helps out. Afternoon showers cool things down. That's the only way you can do it. You got to adapt, right? It's going to stay this way for the next 3 months, at least, with little break. Casey Key, this is an interesting camera. It's a 360 out there. It's on the web. You can check it out. And I got a still image looking off toward the east there, and you can see that one lone storm out there that did cool some things down just a little bit earlier. And last night, the nice sunset you see right there from Guy, Casey Key webcam. Different camera looking off into the Gulf. By the way, this is blocked out here because the residents who own this house sometimes just want to sit out there and not be viewed by the camera, so it's available on the web as well. And you can see calm conditions out there right now, and generally up and down the coast is pretty quiet right now. A different story down south into Fort Myers. Some big storms over Arcadia. We had our fair share of some showers right there along I-75 down to Clark Road from University, but not much now going on at all. I do suspect that we will see some showers regenerate later on this evening and push toward the coast later on tonight. Better chance of that happening tomorrow as things are transitioning now. You know, we noticed some rain west of I-75. We haven't had that in about 4 days, but now we're starting to see that. And the rain came down fairly heavy earlier, just over 5/10 of an inch right there at Clark Road, Bee Ridge, all the way up to Fruitville. Not a large area, and then just 4/10 of an inch further on down south. Currently, we have partly cloudy skies, 87 degrees. Dew point is at 72. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 5, and the pressure 30.01 inches. The high today was above average at 92. 89 is our normal, and 96 the record. 73 was the morning low. That east wind keeping things a little cooler in the morning. And the rainfall for the month doing really well, and for the year not too bad. Just 2 inches, about 2 inches below average for the year. 79 in Tallahassee, 83 in Orlando. It's 87 now in Sarasota, and temperatures still pretty hot in Mayaca City, 91 there, 90 in Wauchula. With some rain cool there in Punta Gorda, it's nice, 79. That's nice and bearable, 82 in Northport. The hourly forecast tomorrow looks pretty much like today, although a little bit better chance for some coastal showers and storms later in the day and throughout the evening. The wind flow will be basically out of the east tonight. That will bring some of those showers late tonight, say 9, 10 o'clock to the coast. And then we'll get that west coast sea breeze developing in the afternoon, which will be the firing round for showers and storms to fire up again tomorrow afternoon. As I mentioned, a little bit better chance of seeing that move back toward the coast tomorrow. As you'll see, the east and west kind of meet, and then they move off toward the west in the evening hours. And that is similar right through the weekend and into July 4th. By the way, that tropical system we were watching yesterday, and the models are not picking up on it now, so we no longer are watching anything in the tropics, which is fairly typical for this time of year. For boaters, it shapes up like this tomorrow and over the next 5 days, right through the weekend. It looks like seas running less than 2 feet for the most part, with a light chop, the water temperature at 88, low tide upcoming, 12:09, another one 11:50 tomorrow morning. Sunset at 8:29, partly cloudy. Still, I'm going to keep a chance for some late evening showers in there and storms, and partly cloudy tomorrow. Better chance for scattered afternoon storms, a high of 91, and the extended forecast, typical Florida weather through July 4th. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Life Support Training Solutions and the Suncoast Blood Bank are teaming up to help students in the healthcare field. The Sarasota students are training to work for blood banks. Today, the phlebotomy students helped with people who were donating blood. One recent graduate tells us it's been a smooth transition.
They teach you, hands-on at the school, and they work with you constantly, whether you have questions about anything, and they're willing to help you.
Students with Life Support Training Solutions have been placed with organizations like Suncoast Blood Bank within just a few weeks of completing the program.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll tell you where you can find the hottest dance in town this weekend.
Tonight, flatlined, the GOP healthcare vote postponed, facing pushback inside Washington and across the country. So, can President Trump breathe new life into the plan and make good on his promise? World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
So want to kick up your heels this weekend? Well, in the spotlight tonight, there's a long-running dance party that's very popular with the over 50 crowd.
But it may soon shut down for the summer. ABC7's Linda Carson has more.
These are some of the 150 to 200 people who come to the Saturday night dance party every week here at the Y. And they say this event is the event of the week.
Like women and dancing and snacks and music. So this is the place to be on Saturday night.
You can build a whole social network here.
You meet new friends, you make lifelong friends, and we're all like a big family here.
And newcomers are welcome. Sig Harder and his band play the big band music.
We play a full variety of all the ballroom dances, all the Latin dances.
These dances started years ago in Payne Park, then moved to the Euclid Avenue Y.
Mostly over 50, mostly singles, let's say 2/3 singles, and we also have couples coming. Many of them have met here over the years and got married.
Jerry and Barbara Safola are one of those couples.
There was a Payne Park singles dance, and Barbara and I met there, and it wasn't too long that we got married.
Wow.
And we met at a dance, and we've been dancing ever since.
His wife Barbara had never danced until she came here in her 60s.
I just started and just got better and better.
taking group lessons.
Admission is $10.
But the hugs and the friends are free.
Don Helen says the dancing is glorious.
It also keeps you young, it keeps you thin, and keeps you dancing up until you're 100 or better.
But there's trouble in paradise. Fewer dancers show up in the summer, and unless attendance improves, SIG will have to shut the dances down until fall.
Oh yeah, they're all upset about it, so I'm going to try to go as long as I can, but I can't go lose money week after week. And like I said, I need between 130, 150 just to break even.
These regulars are devastated. These dances are the highlight of their week.
Just hate for them to go for a couple months. I hope, keep a finger crossed, they don't close.
The dances are every Saturday night here at the Euclid Avenue YMCA. Inside this room, the lessons start at 6:40. The band starts to play at 7:30. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda.
Keeps you young, keeps you fit.
Yes, keeps you in shape.
That's right,
Dancing
absolutely.
is really good for you. Yeah.
And Scott wearing his Florida Gator tie on today. Congratulations to the Florida Gators. Did a great job. First World Series out of 11. So
yeah,
they went there 11 times.
Finally won one of those things.
And they have football, baseball, and basketball championships. Not many schools can say that.
Only 4, right?
Michigan, Ohio State, UCLA, and now Florida.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're in good company.
You are.
Kansas is never going to make that, believe me. Football
You never know.
Yeah.
I would say that about Texas A&M too, but we'll see.
And the neat thing, it's all happened within the last, 15 years.
Right, that's true.
10 years.
Takes time to build up those teams.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you at 11.